All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome is back here on PNA Newsline Media Broadcast in Atlanta. Those of you who are available, please join me on the studio right here in Atlanta. So you have listened to the song, and I always play this song. I always like to play this song because this song has a lot of definition on it. It tells you the meaning of the song, and it's asking the leaders to do something possible or something good to their community. That's what they say. If you are leader, show her the development. And also, whole job has been divided. Everybody has their part to play, the role. You have to play your own role in the society whenever you are capable to do it. Now, today's show is talking about the name collection, the name that I asked the members of Panaruu community worldwide to help me to gathering those correct names of the villages within Panaruu community in South Sudan. We need to learn how to spell the name of our villages because most of us, they don't know how to spell the name of your own village. And some of us don't know where are those villages were located. And in Ruwing or in Panaruu community, we have 12 sections within Panaruu. Those 12 sections, those villages' names are what make up that section to be a complete section of its own. Now, I'm asking those who are listening here, those who will come later to review the show, to still go back on the previous comment and put the right name that you think is how your village name has been spelled. I don't want to take wrong spell. I don't want to make my own way of spelling the name. It has to be the name of our people. Whatever name they spell, the village, and this is the name we should carry on to use it to correct the right name, because in the future those names should be located in the map of South Sudan. Right now in the country, when you look at the map of South Sudan, you don't see those villages name. You see only the big places, big town, that is it. But you don't see the name of the village. Name of the village is how the structure of ruling will base on. The road creation will base on the villages. So we have to know the name of the villages. We have to know the way where those villages are located, which section they are belong to. So right here I will talk about it, and if there someone who might be interested to come to discuss with me, you are welcome. This is the public debate. Those of you who are off work, this is the right time for you to join me. While I'm organizing my point, let me play some picture for you. Thank you. This is the very very lovely picture slide. These are the members of Panaruu community here in the United States. The picture were taken in 2019 probably, in Nebraska. So I put those slide picture to use them anytime I'm on the show, to entertain people, so people can see their friend on the picture, or their wife, their sister, their brother. Now this is what I got so far. I did collect the name from the members of each section, because I went out with my message. I called people, I talked to them, and also I got some from Facebook. I posted the information, and then people respond to it. And then when people respond to it, I see how that name is spelled. Is it the same with what I had already, or is it different? So when I see the people spell them different, I will go with the common one, where the people spell that name in the same way. I go with that one. And the only one I limit out when one person is spelled it differently, and then I knock that out, because I go with what the majority have agree with. That's how I come with the correction of the name. And also, if somebody said this village is not belong to that section, this village belong to this section, I do some follow up on the comment. I ask people if this place is only belong to this section, or do they share it. And then when people say, yeah, they share that place, because the people from that section, they moved there a long time ago, and they the dominant people live in the area, and then I leave that name on both section list. So I don't want to take it out, and I don't want to give it away or give it to somebody's section. No. When people say this village is shared by two sections, then I leave it. I leave the name in both sections. In the name of the village list, I leave that name. I don't take it away because I have to respect what other people said. Because these are not my village; these are our villages in Panaruu community. When I started with Bibiok section. This is section where I'm from. I know most of the villages. I wrote them down, although the spelling is the one that different. Then we will collect. We will correct it later on. But people spell it different. The way they pronounce it, the way they sound to them. But I collect most of the name. I written them by myself, and then I talk to someone on the phone as well to verify if the name are correct or not. So that's how I did it. So now, so far, I eliminated out some of the cattle camp on the list. Some people were suggested those names to be included on the village's name, and I said no. These places used to be a highland place, or they used to be a grazing land for the cow, for the animal. So they never been a village. And then some people say they became a village after the Civil War, when some village were left due to the insecurity. People moved to other places, and that makes sense to me. I agree with some of them, and I do not agree with some of them. So I leave a question mark on those names. But then the places that I know they never been a village within Bibiok, I did not put them on the list, except Miaj. Miaj used to be the English place to live when the English came to ruin. So it is on the shore, but it's still considered as a home because it used to have some modern building by that time. So I leave Miaj in there. You call Miaj or Lengno. I leave that. And yeah, I leave that. So if there is any question that might come about the name of Bibliok section, then I will be answerable to you, or I will refer it for another time discussion. So far in Bibliok, we got 53 villages so far. We got 53 villages so far in Bibliok. And then when we come to Ngir section, also I wrote the name of section that I know, and then I asked members of the Ngir section to help me to write the correct name of the villages. And then yes, I did. I find somebody wrote them to me, and then I come and to compare the list I heard with the list that I got. And then also I got some additional names were provided to me on Facebook by one member of the Ngir section. Those villages were left out. From my understanding, I forgot them or I don't know them. Then somebody remind me that these names are supposed to be added. So I add those names so far. Now, we got 46 villages that make up the Greater Ngate section. 46 villages. The same thing as I said about Bibiok. I drop out the name of the cattle camp. I drop out the name of the farming places. I drop out the name of highland. The place used to be a highland or animal grazing land. I drop them out because they never been villages. So I'm talking about the name of the villages. So I came to Bugarabul. Bugarabul so far. Let me see how many. So far now, Bugarabul has 34 villages so far. Bugarabul has 34 villages. And if there's a village that left out, I will come to add it later on. But so far, I got 34 from Bugarabul. Then when we come to Bugaranga, we have 45 villages. 45 villages, but some people were telling me, no, this is not correct because these are so many. And there's some places add wrongly, they were not a villages. Some were a swamp area, and some were a highland area, and some were a cattle camp area. So I dropped those one out because I talked to one of the elder to compare the name and to read out the name, and he agreed with most of the name, and the name that he was not aware, he told me to leave them. So I leave some of the name in the question mark. So far Bugadanga have 45 villages. I mean 45 villages. Let's go to Greater Koigo. Koigo. There are people here who do confuse about Koigo. Some people that don't know who is Koigo. When I posted the name of Koigo, some people say, why you post it as Koigo? Why you did not post it as a Quill? And I said, what? Come on. Quill is not a Koigo name. Quill is the umbrella name for all the other Quillidid and Quill Mulpin section. So you shouldn't name Koigo and the Quill. Koigo is the independent section, like any section in Panaruu. So I leave that. I challenge that person, and I said to myself, maybe this is the children who were born in in 2000. But if they were born in the 90s, they know what is Koigo. So far, Greater Koigo, the name I have. Let me see how many number. Now Koigo has 33 villages, but I still have some question mark on some villages. Maybe later on when we add them, they will be more, or they will be less. Before when we talk about all Koigo is the third largest section in Panaruu when we talk about the population of the people. And within Koigo, the other section share the land together with Koigo. Like Tungdiak is there, Palay is there, Pogode Bull is there, and what? Yeah, these four sports sections, they are in the same geographical location. So some of the names came up as they are sharing them. People were complaining. For example, Bomadol and Aloch. So some people say no, these two places they are not belong to Koigo, because Aloch belong to Bukarangao, and also Bomadol is belong to Bukarangao, and also they said Patay. They say Patay is not belong to Koigo. They say Patay belong to Tungdiak. They say Patay belong to Tungdiak. And then some people said no, they are sharing those villages. And I said, okay, if they're sharing those villages, I'm not here to throw it out. I'm not here to give it to someone. I'm here to correct, to bring that the awareness to our people so they should know where the location are and where those villages are located, to which section who belong to those sections. This is my concern. And then the second concern, we have to know how to spell the name of the villages. Because now a lot of people are grabbing places. They say this is belong to us, it not belong to Ruin. We need to know uh, our right name, where we call those places, not the Kawajat name, our own name as people of Panaruu. So far, Kwaigo had 33 villages. And then when we come to Agany, Greater Agany section, Agany so far, we have 29. We have 29 section. 29 section. And let me correct something here for you to understand it. There is a section that will have less villages but have more people, because some villages they might be there in some other section but they don't have a lot of people. But there's some villages in that section who has a huge number of people. So you make a note of that. So don't tell me later on, oh, why a guy has a big number of villages and a guy is too small. There's a small villages with the less with the big number of the people, and there's a huge villages with a small population of people. That's how it works. And then when we come to Anik, Greater Anik section, in Anik, it's the same thing. There are some villages that people were arguing. They said this village belong to Anik, this village belong to Dia, this village belong to Kuok. So there was some argument back and forth like that. And then I did not conclude it. I tell people, tell me what you know. Don't tell me what you don't know. And I'm not here to come and give you the village place to be for your section. No, I'm here to gathering the right name of the villages, where they located. If they are shared by both communities, the name should be remain in the list of both three sections as well. So let me see how many villages. So far, Aniaga has 23 villages. 23 villages. And their name are not very easy to pronounce them. So I'm still working on it. Later on, I will bring all the lists. Then you will see how your village name is being spelled. But I'm talking here to tell you the number of the villages that I have collected so far. So Aniak has 23 villages so far, but I left some name with question mark because I want to contact people who know the location. Then if it is not the name of the village, I will drop it out. I will not leave it in there. And then the village that people say this is belong to Quark, this is belong to there, I leave some question mark until I reach out to people who know the places very well. Okay. Now let's come to Greater Quark section. Greater Quark section has a lot of village. Let me see how many. Now, Kwaiko has 47, 47 villages. And they break it down. They say they're parlog the quark. And then they say there is a Pariang the quark. And they have Pan. Yeah, it's Parlog the quark and Pariang the quark. It break into geographical. There's Parlog the quark and there's Pariang the quark. So quark so far it has 47 villages. So I put out some of the places were mentioned by members. If I'm not sure, then I leave a question mark until I will find somebody who is knowledgeable with the places. I talk to people on Facebook and through Messenger and chat. That's how I get the name of this. But somebody who wrote this thing to me is a member of the core community, so he knows the geographical of the village very well than me. So I get the name from someone, then I compare with what I already heard, and then that's how I get the name. So this is about research, guys. It's not about 100% accurate. This is the research. Research it come in two way. You can talk to someone, or you can do it on internet. But the research about our name, we cannot find them on the internet. So we have to talk to people. This is how we get it the correct one, because our information has never been on the internet. Okay, so you need to understand that. Now, when we come to greater DR section, the same thing. I got the name from a member of the DR section. They send it to me, and then I get some name from the members of DR section on Facebook. And then when I get them, I compare with what I already had on file, and then this is how I collect the name and put them together. And so far, let me see how many. So far, DR has 20, 23, 24 section. 23 villages. So this is 23 villages for DR section. And the same thing, I leave some name which members email me, text me and say, that is not a village name. This was a place to cultivate, place to animal go grassing. So I left those places out. When I get somebody say this, somebody from that section tell me this is not right, it is like this and that, that's how I correct it. So if we come to Greater Miachigu, that might be the smallest section in Panaruu, but don't take my word yet. That is a smaller section. Now it has only 5 villages that make Miachigu a greater section and a smaller section in Panaruu. So we got only five sections with 2 places shared by other section. But I leave it to them to tell me. For example, Aija, somebody say Aija is for Nger. Aija is for Buga. Somebody say Aija for Bugarangao. And somebody say no, Aija never been for Bugarangao. And then also Nyel, somebody say Nyel is for Bugarangao. And then the people who from Yachigu, they were really concerned. They say Nyel never been a village for Bugarangao. It is a village for Miajigo. So I leave Nyel there. I did not take it out. I leave it there because majority of people told me Nyel and Aija, they are belong to Miachigu. They are not belong to Bugaranga. So when we come to Paloi, Greater Paloi section, we got villages here. Let me see. Yeah, Paloi section, we got only 8. We got only 8 villages. 8 villages for Paloi section. Not 100%. If those are the only villages, but they might be because as I mentioned before, Paloi, Tungdiak, Koigo, Bugarbol, and also part of Bugadango, they used to live in the same geographical area. So I have no clue to really tell you these villages belong to this and this 100%. I'm not sure. That's why I was posted the name and asking the members of our community to give me the correct one. So that's how I reach out to people, and I do not talk to any person with this concern name. I talk to people on Facebook, chatting back and forth, chatting back and forth. That's how I get information. So if it's not accurate, then we will correct it for you, and also you will help me to correct them correctly. I don't need to receive a biased information from you. Tell me what exactly you know. So when we spell the name, it should be correct. When we locate the village, it should be located in the right community. Okay. Uh, the last one, the last one is Tungdiak. Uh, I do not, I do not get any contact with anyone from Tungdiak. I get the name on Facebook. Someone sent them to me, and when I came to compare them with what I got, it's the same thing we got. It's the same thing we got. Now they say Patai is one village, Bomadol, and Mekekondioyat. These are the 3 villages. So I'm still waiting to get to get more name from the members of Tungdia community. So if you are out there, if you are going to listen to this video, I need you to leave a name there by commenting and tell us the more name of your villages that are left out from the list. Okay? I think these are all the thing I came to talk about today. And if there is someone around to come to share with me, then I will send you the link, or then I will bring you in the studio. So let me share the link with you. Yeah, I'm sending this link to one of the guys to see if he will come. All right, let me share the link, guys. Here is the link right there, my people. Now let me play the song. Oh, let me play the drum. All right. You have seen this is the one of the traditional dance that took place in Pariang some years back, and I want to say this to our people, the people who like to perform to show our culture. I was feel very annoying the day before yesterday when I see the Panaruu people were invited to perform at the grand opening of the Lost Boy Real Estate House in Nakuru, Kenya. I see our people were dancing. And when you see Malwalgerian came to dance and compare their rhythm with our rhythm, I was so shocked. Because that's what I tell people all the time. If you want to show our culture, don't dance with the one on the YouTube, the one that already fooled by somebody who like Manbanyawal. People were dancing with his song. And his song make people dance like they are being chased. They do it very fast, very fast. If you want to show our dance, don't use the song from somebody. It's misleading the culture and it will changing the way culture is. You have seen from this video now that is the real culture. They have a drum, they're beating the drum, they're not playing the sound from somebody else. But when you play the sound from somebody music and pretend like you represent the culture of Panaruu, that is not gonna sound the same. Because like that song, people dancing very quick, like they are just playing. And when Malwarganya came on the floor, you see they put their drum on the floor and they beat their drum with their hand. How was it sound to you if you have watched it yesterday? That is the culture. You keep your culture like that. Don't change it. because the music the people are performing now, it sounds differently because it's a person thinking that song. You're not the drama. So let me play this again. You see it. Tell me. Let me play it again. Look. That is how you can present the traditional of Panaruu. And how you present it. And you see when people from war they show the traditional dance, they don't play the one on YouTube. They just beat the real drum. They show their culture. So you will Panaruu with that culture where I dance, you need to consider that. It's not good. Don't change it. Don't change it. Don't change it. That how it's supposed to be. That how our traditional dance is present. But the one that when you go and on the stage where South Sudanese are gathering and where South Sudanese are showing their culture, please beat the real drum. Don't play the one on the YouTube because you're misleading the culture. And you are preaching it to young people that's how Panaruu people dance. Because that one, it doesn't go with the way people dance. Like the one we saw in Nairobi, it was so fast. And we say, is this our culture? Just get a drum and beat the drum because this is what you do, a presentation. You're not going to be there for 1 hour. You show your culture. And this is what we told people last time. If you put a music on YouTube, put it as your own music. Don't put it as the way people dance. You are misleading. And you are changing the way of our culture. Because when you show our culture is different than what I heard from YouTube. Because this is individual musician performing. So his sound will not be sound like the sound of the drum. So when I with the kaki wakaje a culture la nyuat la culture nyuat aka yupi lo loketa ke YouTube diet ka man bany or diet ke Peter Famir or whoever musician because diet ke ranen e chaka ke rot kujokata tune music so kage e culture loy diabet to chong lo nge chong ke really lo like this one. Let me show you another one. this is our culture. This is real. This is how people dance. If you showing the culture of Panaruu on the stage, that's how you do it. Beat the drum. Don't play the one on YouTube. If the only one person performing on YouTube, yeah, you can use the song from the YouTube for entertain, but not to present your culture. There's a difference for entertain and presenting your culture to the people. So this is our culture right there. In Panaruu, we have the same culture no matter which direction you are dancing the traditional is the same. The only thing is different is the percussion, the way people decor it themselves. When people decor it themselves, physically that is the difference. Like percussion, gar. Panaruu they what they chong gar, but they what they chong gar. But the way of dancing is the same in all Panaruu. Except people from Malor, we have a little different because they do it slowly, but Panaruu we do it more. But people from Malor they do it slowly. So we have different, but the same way for female to play is the same. The same way for men to lift up their legs is the same, but Panaruu are more quick and a lot are more slow. That's the difference. So don't misleading people. Don't misleading when you do a presentation about Ruin culture or Panaruu culture or Law culture, beat the drum, the real drum. But if you do entertain, you can play the one on YouTube. If you entertaining people, okay. So correction we be mad Germany today. Right now, when you talk German Toronto, nobody here. You can come and watch the show later on and make a comment. And if you want to contact me, you can messaging me on Facebook Messenger, so I can read your comment over there, or you can comment on the video. Okay. So thank you for watching, and have a wonderful Christmas to every one of you, wherever you might be in around the world. So this is Ngada Agwem. Thank you for watching, and thank you for sharing the show. Bye.